to the PTTS. Today's date is March 6, 2023, Monday. My name is Nang Hong Lam. So, just basically, I have thoughts about wanting to make these videos. Basically, like yesterday, spent some time yesterday brainstorming, and also this morning when I woke up, just basically brainstorming about the things I want to say in this video. So this video is titled Fighting Game Community. So first of all, the reason I wanted to create this video is because, it's reasons is number one, I felt that it's I'm in a situations where I want to kind of confess about the pain. I want to cry out loud and felt very sorry for myself and everything. I felt I'm in that situations where I wanted to just cry all day, the whole day, just crying about how sorry I am for myself and everything. I felt I'm in that situation. Also, I felt that and also there's that whole argument that it is the whole absence of philanthropies and gratitude, such as donations / charity, some kind of support. In a way, if that would have happened in my life, my whole situation would have changed. It's just that absence of philanthropies and gratitude that in a way, just that step, having that kind of philanthropy and gratitude in my life, and my whole life would that's the whole argument would turn around, and I would be, everything would work out for me and everything. So in a way, it's just that whole argument that there's that whole absence of philanthropies and gratitude. Basically, it's just that whole philanthropy and gratitude, and my whole life would turn around and everything. So because those are the two things that I felt that is the reason why I want to make this video titled Fighting Game Community. It's number one, I just felt that I'm in those situations where I want to just cry the whole day, and just felt how sorry for myself. Felt sorry for myself and cried the whole day, and also number two is just that whole absence of philanthropies and gratitude. In a way, if there is some kind of donation / charity to my life, that my whole life would turn around and everything would work out for me. So anyway, I'm gonna go with number one first. So in a way, it's basically I just wanted to point out that what's going on in my life. I've been just living very affordable, and just just barely have enough food to eat and things like that. And also I've been my whole life I've been just occupied by the Pro Tour / tournament, and also campaigning to rank up my status. Occupied with the Pro Tour / tournament started on January 1999, and my campaigning to rank up my status started on 1993. So in a way, from 1993 all the way to 2000. So I've been campaigning to rank up my status from 1993 all the way to 2008, that's when I got elected as the president of the Mesa Multimedia Club. So kind of like in a way, it's all that 15 years of campaigning to rank up my status, and I finally, around 15 years, so I finally got elected as the president, and now also like the whole occupied by the Pro Tour / tournament since January 1999, and I accumulated 199 first places in the Pro Tour / tournament. So those things were just like basically take up, like, you know, all the sacrifices I have to make, you know, not able to, you know, having like the kind of like the activities is that people usually do, in kind of like in a way miss out on all those things, like the things that life could offer, like those kind of like make all these, kind of like just want to feel sorry for myself and just keep crying about it for the whole day. Kind of like in a way, that's the whole argument. It's like, you know, like keep pointing out these things, you know, make all these sacrifices, you know, like just to occupy with the Pro Tour / tournament and campaigning to rank up my status. So kind of like make all these sacrifices, miss out on all these things in life, and kind of just want to continue talking about all these things, and then just kind of like in a way, it's just like getting crushed by that people making the argument that has been intended, you know, like that's what been intended, that people have been purposely doing that to you since the beginning, you know, since people have been doing that to you, kind of like in a way been wanted to, you know, like just create problems as to your life. This has been, people have been doing that, has since like before you even started occupied by the Pro Tour / tournament, before you even started campaigning to rank up your status, people have been wanting to do that to you. So basically, that would be the argument, and also would argue kind of like in a way would kind of want to piss me off by asking me, were you not very mean and cruel also? So basically this whole creating problems and weights to my life, I told you, and you know, and then also like I told you so, and you know, like the whole intended, kind of like intended for me to be in this situation. Basically all of that would add up to like a mission impossible, kind of like in a way I cannot, it's a mission impossible, kind of I cannot accomplish the things in my life. It's a mission impossible, kind of like it would add up to that, because that's the whole argument, because of this whole people have been wanting to create problems as to my life. This whole I told you so, and just this whole, so kind of like in a way would add up to that, the mission impossible, like basically to accomplishing the things, the goals in my life is impossible for me to do. So it's kind of like in a way, that's the argument. So basically like the argument is, you know, like I'm just gonna felt sorry for myself by crying the whole day, and just gonna get crushed by the, you know, the things I want to accomplish in life is mission impossible. Kind of like in a way, it's like, even, you know, people want to feel sorry for me, you can't feel sorry for me because the thing I want to accomplish in life is mission impossible. So basically that's the reason I wanted to create the fighting game, create this video which titled it Fighting Game Community. Kind of like in a way, in the fighting game community, it's just like I'm taking these steps for better or for worse, even if I have to die in the process, or even if worst thing were to happen. Like I felt like I already made this video pointing out the situations I'm in, kind of like in a way it took these steps and point out my reasons why I created the whole fighting game community, the reason behind it and all of that. So in a way I am preparing to, die in the process, or, get something very tragic would happen to me and things like that. So instead of just feeling sorry for myself and crying the whole day and then people getting the argument, instead, and also like just saying that because the reason I'm crying all day and everything is because the goal in my life or mission impossible. I can't accomplish those goals, unreachable. Okay, so that's the reason I wanted to create the fighting game community. Okay, and also another argument would be that it's the whole absence of philanthropies and gratitude. Kind of like in a way, if there was a donation / charity to my life, my whole life would turn around and everything would go on my way and everything, and I don't have to, kind of like in a way, wouldn't be in such a devastated situations. Okay, so basically those are the reasons for now. I'm gonna continue this video after the break. Basically I'm gonna take a break by still early, like early in the morning. I just woke up and started brainstorming and about this video, the things I want to say in this video to create the fighting game community, kind of in a way like that process of creating the fighting game community. Also, fighting game community has been I read it while I was reading through this book titled A Guide to Street Fighter V by Joe Monday. Kind of like while I was reading through this book, I came upon the fighting game community. So basically, I'm going to flip to the glossary right with the definition for the fighting game community. Okay, fighting game community, shorthand FGC, a community of players, spectators, events coordinator, content creators, sponsor, and developers who share a common interest in fighting games. Welcome to the FGC. So basically that's in the glossary section. So basically, still kind of like in a way, still early. I'm still kind of like in that whole, really like, kind of like in a way like I'm just going along as I brainstorm. Basically, I brainstorm like these are the things I wanted to kind of introduce, like pointing out like, these are like the reasons as why I wanted to create the fighting game community. Kind of like in a way, the reasons behind it. Kind of like just wanted to say these things, and so that's why like I'm still like just in the middle of my brainstorming and started creating this video, because I just want to point out just the reasons is first, like why I wanted. So these are the very important reasons. It's kind of like number one, like I was pointing out earlier, basically right at the start of the tape of this video, like right at the start, like I was pointing out the reasons, kind of like the whole argument that I am just gonna, like I just, I'm just feeling, kind of like in a way, like I just wanted to feel sorry for myself and cry the whole day and about how tragic my situation is, and